Ladies and gentlemen, yo, what's good, everybody? So today I was just scrolling on YouTube. No, let's not like that. I was just chilling on Discord, and somebody pinged me, and it looks like CodenameJJ made a video about me debunking the curator files. Now he kind of took everything out of context in that, so yeah, I'm here to debunk that bullshit. So hey, y'all are gonna get another video of the curator files, which is gonna be exciting. So yeah, let's get to it.
Named Matt or Matthew, I believe, within the curator's Discord. And if you see this name like the curator or comic curator or monitor MJ, this is the same person. It's the curator every time. It's just to give you a heads up. So Matthew made this comment, and this person named Gator, as you can see, took a photo of this comment and posted it. Matthew, within his comment, made a prison grape joke. Again, people have been canceled for less. I wouldn't risk making jokes like this on modern day internet, in this era of internet. But I want you to notice, and this is going to be like a reoccurring thing, where the comments that he's pinning on the curator to make him look bad is never the curator actually saying it. Like, he doesn't actually say it. It's someone else saying it, and he's catching all the flack. Like, the curator is catching all the flack for some reason. I don't know why. He didn't make this comment here. The curator did not make this comment. It was Matthew. And he says, oh, that's Matt, as in Matthew. Sorry, I didn't notice who wrote it, and my phone isn't loading the second image. And then he says down here, I thought it was a reference to the Minecraft guy on YouTube. So he didn't even get the joke initially. He was under the impression he was talking about this guy. There's this guy named Tyrone on YouTube who made some Minecraft videos in the past. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about, but there is a guy on YouTube who made Minecraft videos named Tyrone. So he was under the impression that he was talking about something else. Like, he didn't know that this is what this joke meant. But down here he says, I'll ask him to edit it out, or take it down, or remove it. How is he condoning it if he's asking the person to take it down, like remove it from his Discord, like he doesn't want it up? You see how your own scan kind of fails you, like your own.
Yeah, so out of all the things I expected JJ to be a dumbass, well, try to debunk my video in a dumbass way. So yeah, let's go ahead with this. You do know just deleting the post doesn't mean that you don't condone it, right? And you do know that he is still associated with the dude who he knows can make rape threats on people. So instead of cutting him out like a reasonable person would do, he instead would keep him in there and simply tell him to delete the video. This is some hypocritical shit, because JJ, you were just complaining about Drip with Logical J. And when Drip cut Logical J out finally, you still decided to be hypocritical. And not only that, Matt Metawolf, aka his greatest dick writer, specifically even said in his comments that he was not going to take it down. So if you're associated with somebody who knows they're gonna make rape threats and they're not going to take it down, they're just gonna leave it up there for somebody else to delete it, then and cutting them out would be the most reasonable decision. The fact that Curator is giving him a slap on the wrist simply proves the fact that he is condoning it. If he didn't condone it, and he knows that he'll do it again, and he knows that he won't take his post down to the point where he himself has to delete it, then if he doesn't cut him out, then yes, that is by definition condoning it. And not only that, how the fuck do you get the context of a Minecraft YouTuber from a comment talking about somebody getting raped in prison? So not only is he ignoring the context, he's also being fucking illiterate. Pick one. Either he's being illiterate or he's ignoring the context. And the reason why cutting that person out, which will show that you don't condone it, is because you have a 20,000 subscriber account with a large reputation as a Dragon Ball scaler. Having people associated like that in your community just hurts the Dragon Ball community overall. I wouldn't want to be the dude who is associated with somebody who makes rape threats. And you see the reason why I still make videos on them. The reason why I make videos on them is because they refuse to take accountability. They know that they're in the wrong, but they choose to skim over it and manipulate little kids who are trying to get his giveaways to try to defend him. So yeah, let's continue the rest.
Ironically, he's Muslim, and they're saying that the curator made comments about Kaz soloing, or Cosmic Armor Superman soloing Allah, when it was this person that originally said that. For some reason, this is not included within the curator's file, and this is not included within the curator file of Comic Curator saying over and over and over again that he never said that this applies to real life. They don't think that, no one thinks that this applies to real life or IRL. This was in 2024, by the way. This was years ago. I'm going to link this video in the description if you want to see it. I never said those things. As you can see, someone else originally made this comment here, Comic Curator.
Okay, so he's basically trying to say because this post was made years ago, that means he's not quote unquote disrespecting religion. All right, let's show some quotes made by 2025 and 2026 still showing that he's on his bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to bring up the whole argument of, oh yeah, he did this 10 years ago. This could be used for anybody. What the fuck?
This is actual information you can look up. I wouldn't recommend looking up, events that happened in the comics, like that happened within the stories of the comics. I wouldn't recommend like just Googling that. You have to look for that yourself. And that goes for Dragon Ball too. Don't ask ChatGPT for, oh, did this happen in Dragon Ball, or did this event happen in Dragon Ball, or did Goku do this? Don't do that. But you can't ask, the process of how it was made, things like that. You can't ask, scientific and mathematic facts. You can ask stuff like that from Google or ChatGPT. I wouldn't recommend asking for the lore of these franchises. Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. These are Jewish creators. They were Jewish and they were worshiping Judaism, and they infused Jewish motifs into Superman's origin story. So Superman is inspired by Judaism. So that's Judaism, and these aren't even the only religions that are contained within the DC franchise. Outscales it. He outscales the Greek pantheon. Superman scales to the Greek pantheon. He scales to characters like Zeus and other characters like Hercules. The DC franchise has an equivalent of religions within it. There's a Christianity equivalent. There's an Islam.
Alright, I'm gonna shut this the fuck down right here. Saying that a verse is based on a specific religion or based on specific gods or having those type of gods in there does not mean that you can say that these characters embody gods or religious figures whatsoever. Because Dragon Ball is also based off of Buddhism and has heavy themes of Buddhism, yet nobody is claiming that he's above Buddha or anything. Not only that, other things like Yu-Gi-Oh! Have many other things from different medias. They have Greek gods, Nordic gods. They also have things from Dante's Inferno, and they have religious things as well. But no, nobody's putting these characters above these religious figures, which is exactly what the comic creator is doing. And not only that, he literally agrees to a dude on a YouTube comment who was talking about how caste is above comp fiction and comp religion. What the fuck are we talking about? And also, this argument is a non sequitur, bro. If you want to go by that logic, that's like saying the Matrix embodies every philosophy because it references Plato, Buddhism, and Christianity. What the fuck? Like, this is straight disrespectful as fuck. And the reason why it is disrespectful is because many religions have fundamentally incompatible beliefs about God, creation, and reality whatsoever. So trying to say that a DC character embodies every religion replaces those beliefs under a fictional comic book character. So even if he wasn't trying to disrespect, people can still find that offensive. And not only that, he's also disrespecting American history by saying that the cosmic armor gave us our freedom. What the fuck are you talking about?
2 years ago, at least, clarifying that he does not, that first of all, it was a joke, and that he does not believe that cosmic armor Superman even scales to real life religion. Only the religion that's the thousands of religions that are contained within DC's cosmology. Happy 4th of July, the day the Cast gave us our freedom. He doesn't actually think that Cast gave us our freedom. He doesn't actually believe this. Now, you could probably make that argument within DC, but he doesn't actually believe this in reality, even though he said a million times that he...
Okay, yeah, he's trying to use the lolicon argument of fiction doesn't affect reality. Yeah. We can see what this is.
Threats against Curator, implying that he was going to be met with death if he didn't do what they wanted him to do, and hoping that they bombed his family or something. Let me pull this up first. It's going to take a second. So here this person says, you are irrelevant. For me, trash do, but your ish Kaz bootlicking will offend a ish religion. Did he just say a crap religion? So he just made a comment actually disrespecting religion. This is against this is comic curators, him responding to the curator, and then this is his PFP that he used to have. But he just, isn't this person within your community, isn't this person doing the thing that you're accusing the curator of doing? I wouldn't word it that way. I would be careful, you know.
Hey, young boy, why are we taking this shit out of context? Anyways, most of these quote-unquote death threats that he's talking about is simply saying that, yeah, you're offending religions. And somebody who might get offended by that, if they see this, then yes, that person might do some unnecessary shit to you. So no, there is nothing directly talking about this person threatening to bomb this person. This is not even nuance or anything like that. This is literally just a comment taken out of context.
So this person in his Discord, right? This person named Ishan99000 makes this awful comment here. He says, LOL, shut up, Drip Sauce is gonna kill your family. And then he tagged Monitor MJ. So he sent this directly to Monitor MJ, or the curator. He sent this directly to him, threatening to kill his family. What does his family have to do with any of this?
All right, so what's funny about this is that Drip has never did anything or anything to kill his family or anything. So obviously this person is just obviously fucking lying. And not only that, this person never shows up in any of Drip's servers. So it's obviously that this motherfucker is already gone. But yo, congratulations. Thank you for showing me the first official death threat that he's finally got. The evidence that y'all couldn't show me in about 3 years. Wow. Oh, it's finally been like, what, 30 minutes in? Because this is 2x speed? What the fuck?
Scan, he shows that? Where is it? Here. In his own scan, Drip Sauce is condoning the death threats. If they retaliated towards you, that's not my problem and doesn't affect me being Christian. This idiot didn't know that he didn't actually say that. He never said that Cosmic Armor Superman outscales real life religion. This idiot misled a bunch of people. You're now realizing the consequences of your actions. You deserve them, because who the F says that type of ish online to piss a whole religious group off and expect no consequences? I hope they go even further. Oh, screw these people. So he went and said he hopes they do more. So in your own scan, if anything, how is this not bad for you guys? How is this not bad for you guys? This only hurts you.
Yeah, this is literally just an example of karma, because as we know, Drip is a heavily religious person. He is a Christian. So the fact that somebody would say that a character is above religion, or this character solos religion, or caste is above Allah, you're just proving that if you say offensive shit, yeah, people are gonna wish shit on you. And I don't think you understand how serious this is, because you do know people are getting killed for preaching the Bible to Muslims. Muslims and Islamic people are killing people because their religion is getting disrespected. That's how serious they take this shit. For example, if I was white and I decided to start saying the N-word in a neighborhood full of black people, knowing good well they gonna take me serious. If they try to kill me, that is my fault alone. That is the same for the comic creator. Making those statements knowing good and well that people take religion seriously, that is his fault alone. He's literally the power scaling LOLCOW version of reviews, where, you know, Chibi Reviews, he would defend Lolicon and people send him death threats over it and shit like that because he's a fucking pedophile. That's just the same thing that's happening for the comic curator. So yeah, Drip's right. It's not his problem. If you say dumb shit, expect shit to happen to you. This is not just a free speech site. There are limits to what you can say. Like, man, people really be using the First Amendment's free speech to try to say whatever bullshit they want. It's fucking insane.
Again, somebody else making the comment, Monitor MJ never made, or Curator never made, he never said it. This Gator person is saying out-of-pocket stuff. Why is his name black? It blends in with the background. Why does Discord do stuff like that? Because you can't even read it. But as you can see, if you look closely, this is not Curator saying this. This is a person named Gator. He says, if I want, I can get his IP address. He's referring to Jazzy. And Curator he doesn't really pay any mind or any attention. Then he says, yeah, he's talking about this reply up here. That doesn't, you know, that's irrelevant. But Gator, again, this is Gator making this comment again, that he's going to get his, as soon as it loads, I'm going to get his IP. I'm going to get his phone number. And he's going to get his full legal name. And Jazzy circled that here, right? Again, a comment that Monitor MJ or Curator did not make.
Why does he keep trying to use the argument, oh yeah, because Curator never directly made the comment, that means that he isn't associated with it? What the fuck?
2026, so also 4 months ago, in response to people trying to, or claiming that they're going to get Jazzy's information. If I found out that anyone in my server doxed anyone or did anything of what I would consider terrible in that manner, insta-boot. So, in other words, if you dox anybody within my server, that is illegal and I will boot you out. You're going to get banned. Don't do it. That's pretty much what he said. Yet, you're claiming that he doxed you?
You do know that getting somebody's information illegally without their consent, regardless of the intent, is doxing, right? What CodenameJJ keeps trying to do in his video is keeps trying to bring up, oh yeah, Curator says he doesn't support this, therefore that's not what happened. However, he's letting somebody get my information illegally. That's actually kind of fucking insane. So yes, he still shares some sort of responsibility for letting somebody get my information illegally. So you technically haven't proved anything here.
There are only 2 genders. In rare cases of men with female traits and females with male traits, I want you to recognize how he doesn't even say the name of the genitalia that male and female has. He doesn't even refer to it as the names. I'm not going to say it here, but he doesn't say the names of the genitalia. He just says female and male traits. All trans people have one genome type, which is true. Male or female, you can only have XX or XY chromosome. This is scientific fact. This is biological fact. This is not sexual so far. Nothing is sexual about it. It's like when, and these people in his Discord are, yes, they're minors most likely. They're probably minors in there, but they're teenagers who most likely took sex ed. And sex ed is not sexual. It's not vulgar. It's not supposed to be sexually perverted. It's to inform the youth, educate the youth. It's not to force their perverted fantasies onto the youth. It's to educate them. This is basically what he's doing here. Not even basically, this is what he's doing here. Trans means you are male with some female parts or female with male parts. Trans does not mean you are male who feels in your brain like you are a woman. That is not real, okay? So far, if anything, he's done these kids a favor. It's better than telling these kids that there are 1,001 genders. Like I said, but if you want to do that.
So the rest is just him dissing me, so I don't know why the DNA chromosomic mutation of Frank, let's say, from Snowfall and Diaz Kid, the YouTuber, is talking shit about me. But anyways, yeah, let's talk about this and tell you why this is borderline transphobia. First up, he's also not only getting the definition of transgender wrong, but he's also denying the actual definition of transgender. First up, transgender doesn't refer to genome identity or sex in any type of way. It refers to gender identity. And sex and gender are literally 2 different concepts. I don't know why the fuck we are talking. Being transgender is not defined by genetics. Someone is transgender because their gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth, regardless of their chromosomes. Also, male genome and female genome aren't scientific terms. There's many different other chromosome combinations like XXY, XXX, and XYY. Chromosomes aren't the sole determinant of biological sex characteristics. So not only is he getting the definition wrong, he's also confusing sex with gender when he says there are only 2 genders. When he's referring to 2 genders, he's referring to 2 sexes, aka male and female. Gender is entirely different from sex. Not only that, trans does not mean you are a male with female parts or a female with male parts. While transgender people can get hormone changes or bottom surgery, that doesn't mean that they need that to be transgender. If a man identifies themselves as a female despite being a man, that's a transgender woman. The same thing for a transgender male and vice versa. So not only is he denying the actual definition, he's also arguing a definition that nobody uses. The definition of transgender, which I just assigned, is a definition that is not only universally accepted by many universities and medical organizations, this is also widely accepted or is the main definition in the LGBTQ community. If he's trying to say that the definition of transgender is not real, combined with the fact that not only did he deny the definition, got the definition extremely wrong, this is borderline transphobia. The statement explicitly says that trans people's identities aren't real, and he tries to replace the accepted definition with an inaccurate one. Denying the existence or legitimacy of a group's identity is literally transphobia. So him trying to say that, oh yeah, I am pro-LGBTQ, yet you made an extremely transphobic statement, that creates a contradiction. Saying that you support the LGBT does not magically erase the transphobic comment that you made. For example, if I was pro-black and I said, oh yeah, black people commit 50% of the crimes population or some other racist shit like that, that is a contradiction. Now let's talk about the whole teenagers have learned about sex ed before, so this is perfectly okay. You do know that sex ed exists and doesn't make a conversation about sex in a server where minors don't know this random 40-year-old man. That doesn't mean that it's okay. Now this is true. Teenagers learn about sex or sex ed in schools or by their parents, which is perfectly okay because that's in an appropriate setting where we know that these people are not going to do any sort of harm to these students. And nobody said that minors can't know what male and female anatomy is. The issue is that a 40-year-old man voluntarily explained people's body parts in a server with minors when it wasn't necessary. And it's not the fact that this didn't have explicit words. The question you should be asking yourself is, was this an appropriate conversation for an adult to initiate with minors? Because why are minors learning about transgenderism and how their chromosomes and their parts work? What the fuck? And another thing to completely shut this absolute bullshit down is that teachers teach sex ed in a structured educational environment with oversight and a legitimate purpose to actually teach them how their body works. A random 40-year-old in a Discord server doesn't automatically get that justification. That's just weird as fuck. And if you think that's not weird as fuck, then you are also weird as fuck. And before you even talk about anything about drip sauce, let us know I don't associate with drip sauce. I'm literally my own person. I'm barely in the power scaling community. In fact, I'm making a killing on TikTok just talking about simple other shit. So trying to bring in drip when that nigga is not my problem, that's just extremely fucking dumb. I'm sorry. This is literally pure code. But yeah, what do I have to say about this? You made a 1 hour video. A 1 hour video trying to debunk this shit, and all I did is do this shit in like 17 minutes or less. Now, if the comic creator simply apologized for like all the shit that he did before, like what, 3 years ago when he had multiple chances to apologize, I probably wouldn't be making this exposed videos on him and shit like that. But it's the fact that this 40-year-old man knows he should be taking accountability and refuses to take accountability. But yeah, this is probably the second funniest debunk video I have debunked. And the fact that somebody tried to debunk the creator files, but instead absolutely fucking horrible sucked at it, is actually insane. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I'd like to thank everybody who supported me on this journey, especially my goats, Megs, KJC, and Sacred Conquest. Bro, we literally got this motherfucker off the platform before to the point where he had to change his name, which was extremely fucking funny. But it seems like he's back and he's doing the same shit that he did again, so it doesn't really matter, right? Also, JJ, please don't try to make a debunk video on me again, because you absolutely fucking sucked at this, bro. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. All right, peace.